Good morning, guys, from Inle Lake here in Myanmar. We got here all the way from Mandalay, with a scenic bus ride. It was very beautiful up in the mountains to beautiful Inle Lake where we are at right now.
It took around 7 hours to get here.
It did. It took a while.
Yeah.
And today we're going out on a boat tour, beautiful boat tour here around Inle Lake to different places. We're going to see pagodas. We're going to see like tribe women with like long necks, and we're going to see other stuff, maybe floating villages.
Yes.
You remember Cambodia?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So we are looking forward for this scenic, beautiful boat ride, and we're bringing you along. Should we go?
Yeah.
We have a driver who's waiting for us. Let's go.
This is our ride. Time is around 8:30 in the morning and it's about 10 degrees. It's really cold. So we're on the boat now and we got ourselves some blankets.
Yay!
Yay!
Here we got the fisherman performing for us. This is fun. Wow, look at that! These fishermen traditionally were fishing with these fishing nets, but they are not using this method anymore. This is more for us tourists to snap a lot of like Instagrams and photos for our friends and family. It's fun to do it. All right, so always tip them, guys.
Yeah.
They're doing putting on a good show for you. Very talented. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Now the way they're fishing here is just incredibly cool. Just look at this, guys.
We are now entering the floating villages here in Inle Lake, and there are houses on like stilts, which is super cool to see.
It's so amazing being here in the floating villages. I mean, seeing people doing their laundry and just living on stilts on the water here in the lake, Myanmar. It's an amazing experience. Imagine if you were living on stilts in the water in Myanmar yourself. Crazy. Look, they even have their own post office, and it looks like some kiosk where you can buy drinks, and you can also fill your data on your mobile phone.
It's so cool that we can actually like go through their village. We didn't actually quite do that when we did the floating villages in Cambodia, but this is like you are inside their village, like with the boat passing through, which is so amazing.
Okay, first destination, let's check it out. Not really sure what's going on here.
This is the gold and silver smith.
Oh, it is?
Perfect with some hot tea. So cool.
Cheers. Wow, so that is how you do silver. It's quite a process to produce all of these jewelries. You can see the man sitting in the corner and like pumping some coal to air, and it's just quite an impressive thing how they are creating jewelries here in Myanmar. To rent a driver and a boat for the day will cost you between 15,000 to 20,000 chiat. We bargain it down to around 15,000, which is around $11 US. So Just have that in mind. You have to pay $11 to $14, give or take, for 2 people for a private boat with a driver for around 6 hours. And also have in mind that it's very cold on the river or here on the lake. In the lake, it's very cold, right, babe?
Yeah, it is so cold. I'm still freezing. You can see like my lips are all blue.
Wow, they're really blue, babe.
Yeah, but we're from Sweden. We can handle a little bit of cold, right?
Yeah, so let's move on to the next stop. I don't know where it is
Me neither.
because our driver isn't speaking too good English.
No.
But it's fun though.
Yeah.
Now the sun is out. Woohoo! Yay! Next stop, weaving.
The Lotus is 7 times more expensive than silk because they take a long time. Yeah, this is like a spider web and a fiber, they're not sticky.
So this is how they choose the color and the patterns for the scarves.
And the whole process is quite impressive as well, right?
Yeah.
With all the lotus and stuff like that. Let's explain a little bit. It's just amazing on how they're weaving all kinds of things from different kinds of material, mostly of silk and also lotus. Have you ever seen a scarf made out of lotus ever before? No, me neither. So they're having a lot of lotus that they're weaving, like scarves and stuff like that. Longis also, I think, from that material. And it actually takes these women 1 month and 4,000 lotus plants to create one scarf. Pretty amazing. One lotus scarf, $400. But hey, it's 1 month of work for one scarf, which just explains how complex this method of creating something made out of lotus is.
So the next stop, we're gonna watch how they roll like cigarettes.
Yeah, I think they're making like 50 cigarettes per person a day. So they're like rolling them between their fingers. Let's have a look. The precision of our driver is just amazing. I mean, he's driving like between all of the small obstacles. It's just amazing. Here's where they're rolling the cigarettes. I'm not sure how many a day they're doing.
600 or 700
Wow.
each woman.
Wow, did you hear that, guys? 600 or 700 cigarettes a day per woman. I think I said 50 in the other video, so totally off. Crazy. And you can also smell a scent of banana, and that is because they are making some cigarettes with banana flavor and other fruits as well. So it doesn't smell too much of a cigarette in here. It smells more like banana, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, so the filter is made out of corn
Leaf.
leaf. Yeah, corn leaf. So we can see. Talking about homemade. Oh, cheroot leaf. So they're rolling the cigars or cigarettes with this leaf. Wow, it's really fragile and really thin.
We don't smoke.
No.
But it was really cool to actually watch how they make the cigarettes and cigars.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The process was really cool. And now it's time for us to move on to the next spot.
Yeah.
Into the boat.
So now we are arriving at the floating restaurant.
So now we have actually experienced what we have read online about Myanmar food, that it's very oily and very salty.
Yeah.
So this food wasn't too good, but most of the dishes that we have had in Myanmar is customizable. They can remove the oil and remove or decrease the salt a little bit. It's so loud with all the bosses running by here. But hey, the food was less than $10, and now it's time to move on to the next spot, which I have no clue of what that is. Maybe a pagoda or something like that?
So we are all the way down here, and we started here because this is the place where we live.
Yeah, quite a ride all the way
Yeah.
down there with the boat. You have to go into the pagodas barefoot. So we're leaving the shoes here and walking in. So the temples and pagodas here in Myanmar are pretty majestic.
Yeah.
But the best one was actually the white temple that we saw in Mandalay.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. You have to watch that. We will link the video up here somewhere.
Yes, because it's called or referred as Taj Mahal of Myanmar.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. It's so white that it hurts your eye when the sun is shining on the temple. You have to watch that video. Linked up here. So now we're entering the place where the Longneck women lives, and we're gonna have a look at what they're doing. It's very heavy. Wow. So the women are wearing this around their necks?
This is for the baby.
For the baby?
Yeah.
Start at 8 years.
Yeah. This is 18 years and 15 ring.
15 rings, 18 years.
Finish 23 years and 23 or 25 ring together wear.
All right.
25 ring is maximum.
Okay, so 25 ring is the maximum.
The small one for the married.
And how about the shoulders? Must hurt?
No.
Yeah? Must hurt a lot?
This wearing is never take off.
So that was for me pretty hard to see. With the long neck women here, and it started in a very young age, and then you start with just a few rings, and then at the end of maybe when you are 23 years old or something like that, you're having 23 rings, what I understood at least, and they were super heavy.
Yeah, it was kind of a shock seeing that
It
for
was.
like 8-year-olds.
Yeah. But hey, it's part of their culture. They're living in the mountains. They're weaving these beautiful scarves, etc., trying to make money, of course. Well, it was quite an experience, but left me like a little bit, I don't know, heartbroken or something like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered how they're making paper, the paper that you're writing on at home when it's school? Well, you're taking the tree skin, peel it off, and then you are like boiling it in 8 hours, then you're hitting it, and then you're washing it, and then you're drying it, and it turns out to the paper that you're writing in your school book, for example.
That is the traditional way of making paper.
Now we're on our way back home. We have 1 hour boat ride back home, and we'll talk more when we arrive at Hope. All right, guys, so we're back here in town Nyang Shwe.
Yeah.
Hard to pronounce.
And the ride with the long tail boat was amazing.
Yeah.
We saw really cool stuff, and also on the way back, the farming on the water and the water buffaloes bathing. It was really beautiful.
Unreal, I would say. Unreal.
And also like a laid back, chill tour. I loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I think we spent around $20 today, both me and Vanessa together. So if you're going here, bring cash. But actually, they're taking cards like MasterCard and Visa on the water. So don't be afraid if you don't have enough cash. But anyways, they will land you between $20 or $30, give or take, this day on Inle Lake.
Yeah.
We had an amazing experience, and if you like what we're doing on this channel, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell to get notified once we release a new video. That was it for today, guys.
Yeah.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
So we're back in town in So we're back in town Nyang Shwe.
Nyang Shwe.
So we are back in town in
Nyang Shwe.
yeah, I couldn't say it. Anyway, that ride with the long boat tail, no,